So they're under orders. And they're off and racing. Path to Freedom was jumped out prominently, but looks like Roll the Dice is going to be the early leader, driven into that first fence by Will Milburn. In fact, it was Border Breaker who jumped it in front from Path to Freedom. And then the noseband on the outside, that's Shepherd's Cave. And the blinkered runner Roll the Dice, who was in front leaving the gate, has now dropped to fourth. That one's wearing the big sheepskin breast girth for easy identification. Shepherd's Cave didn't get at all high at the second. He jumped it upside the leader, Border Breaker, but Jack Teal had to sit tight there. So on to the third, and they've all jumped that well. And Shepherd's Cave has got a narrow lead now, racing quite keenly. From on the inside, Border Breaker, and on the outside now, Roll the Dice off the leader as they go to the fence along the roadside. They've all jumped that well, the Durham Tees Valley compost and wood chip fence, and now the left-handed turn into the back straight. So Shepherd's Cave, who's looking for a fifth win on the bounce, most recent win at the Stayers track at Heslacker at the Pendle Forest and Craven, and Roll the Dice dispute the lead, and the other three are all in a line as they jump the fifth fence, and they go on now to the Ripon Farm Services open ditch for the first time. Leading pair all over, all five jumped it well, so the first circuit, apart from that mistake by Shepherd's Cave at the second fence, not too many alarms. And still swinging round into the home straight for the second time. Still just over a circuit to go in this Hewitt Solicitors sponsored men's open race. So here they come into the wings of the next. Shepherd's Cave still with a narrow lead over Roll the Dice. On the inside, Walser gets a reminder there from Ross Wilson. Border Breaker's just in front of him in third, and then Path to Freedom is at the back as they go to the Latimer Hinks fence, the middle one in the home straight. Over safely, Roll the Dice just jumped it a little left-handed. This will be the last in a circuit's time, the DKB crop protection fence, and all over well, so running on past the judge with a circuit left to run. Shepherd's Cave is leading the way from Roll the Dice. Walser on the inside, still well enough in touch. Border Breaker and the Member of Parliament Guy Opperman on board are just 3 lengths off the lead in fourth, and then John Dawson's looking to play his cards late on Path to Freedom. Over the fence along the roadside, and all jumped that well. So into their final mile now, and all to play for. Shepherd's Cave took it up at the third fence, still leads the way from Roll the Dice, who's just being pushed along now by Will Milburn, but still pressing the leader, Shepherd's Cave, as they go to the first in the back straight. Been headed by Border Breaker, so they've got 4 left to jump, and Border Breaker is looking to cause an upset here, the 20-1 shot. He's taken the lead from the favourite Shepherd's Cave, but there's still well over half a mile to go. At the back of the field, Walser is losing touch, but Border Breaker's gone on here by 3 lengths from Shepherd's Cave, and at the moment Shepherd's Cave isn't getting back on terms. Roll the Dice is struggling, and Path to Freedom isn't really getting back on terms with the leader. He's got 6 lengths to find. So down the home straight they come for the final time in the Hewitt Solicitors sponsored men's open, and Border Breaker leads the way and jumps it well. Now Path to Freedom, who's a strong star, is beginning to get rolling. He's still in third place, but he's beginning to press Shepherd's Cave, who's trying to rally. This is the Latimer Hinks fence, the second last. Border Breaker by only a couple of lengths from Shepherd's Cave. Path to Freedom not making any ground now. This is the DKB Crop Protection Services final fence. Border Breaker really jumped it well for Guy Opperman and the Member of Parliament for Hexham. And Border Breaker are going to come home in front in the Hewitt Solicitors Men's Open. Caused an upset here, beat Shepherd's Cave and Path to Freedom. Roll the Dice came home in fourth, and Waltz has been pulled up in the home straight.